I want to take you guys back to the launch of the Xbox 360 real quick before we get too much into this video. If you guys remember, the Xbox 360 was really cool because when it launched in 2005, there was no competition for it. There was no PS3 yet. Obviously, the Wii wasn't out yet, and it wasn't powerful enough to keep up with the Xbox 360 could do. So since the Xbox 360 was powerful and developers were wanting to explore that power, it got some exclusive games that maybe, you know, wouldn't have been exclusive if the PS3 were out at the same exact time. And having a powerful console will allow developers to push that thing to the best, and they'll be able to get their games out how they want them to get out, right? And so this is kind of what this developer is talking about with the Xbox One X. But there were games like Saints Row, Call of Duty 2. These were console exclusive games on the Xbox 360. You know, simply because there was no PS3 at the time and the power was too much for like the PS2 to handle or the GameCube. So hence the Xbox 360 would get exclusives based on it being more powerful. So there's a developer who is talking about the Xbox One X and that it would get more power, it would get more games, more exclusives if they allowed it to have exclusives, right? Like Xbox One X only, which is a very touchy subject. I completely understand that. For me personally, I have an Xbox One X. I wouldn't mind there being exclusives only on that. I understand that some people would be upset or felt like they were ripped off or led astray or left behind, but for me personally, I paid $500 for my console and I want to be able to feel like I can get the most out of it, and if it can get more games that aren't capable to run on the original Xbox One, then so be it. So according to this developer, his name is Kai of Frozen Byte, they did Trine and 9 Parchments. That's holding the Xbox One X back from getting exclusives it would otherwise be getting, and this is what he said. I think there's definitely developers out there who'd like to bring their games to consoles, but the only thing powerful enough apart from a PC would be the Xbox One X, he said. My guess is there'd be a lot more Xbox One X games if they'd allow exclusives. It seems like a high-end PC with a 10 series GTX card, he said. It's certainly powerful enough to render AAA games in 4K natively, although it depends on the game. I think so, yes, depending on the game obviously and how well it's been optimized, etc. So what he's basically saying is there's a lot of games out there that are on PC right now that only run on these top 10 or these top tier PCs, right? And the Xbox One X would be able to run these games as well and would be able to get these games as exclusives if Microsoft would allow it. Now, will Microsoft ever allow exclusives on there? I don't really know. Like, maybe. We're actually coming up on this upcoming holiday, which I know it's like a whole year away, will be 5 years since the Xbox One launched. How long do you really expect them to keep supporting the original Xbox One? I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. We know that they're doing things backwards compatibility and things like that, so UWP helps out a little bit. But at the end of the day, if you have developers saying, hey, we can put more games on your console if you let us make it exclusive, I think that sells itself, man. Gives people a reason to upgrade to the Xbox One X, and it gives people, you know, more games, which I think is the most important thing, right? Like, who cares about anything else? You're talking about more games, like games that could blow people's minds away, you know? Like, this would be a fantastic thing for Microsoft to consider, and maybe they won't consider it this year, but maybe the following year. You know, if there's a few games that can be done on the X, then why not do it? Because look, if they do allow VR on Xbox One X, which it looks like they're going to do that this year, that's going to be stuff that's not going to be done on the original Xbox One. Won't people freak out about that too? No, because, I mean, only the Xbox One X is powerful enough. So if the Xbox One X was only powerful enough to do so-and-so game, then I don't see a big problem with doing that. You know what I mean? I just think that it's going to be better for gamers everywhere if we were able to actually get some kind of exclusives eventually, and we would truly see what the Xbox One X could do, built from the ground up, 4K, HDR, all that good stuff that wouldn't be possible on the Xbox One or the PS4, simply because of the power and things like that. So it's definitely an interesting situation, to be sure. But with that, I would like your guys' opinion. How would you feel as an Xbox One S or regular Xbox One owner? Would you be okay with Microsoft doing exclusives on the X? Would it make you want to upgrade to the X? I'm very curious about this. I'm sure it's very polarizing, but let me know. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.